Hello guys, and today we're going to see about the second module on introduction to IoT. So IoT is nothing but Internet of Things. Um, so where each and every device is connected to the internet and pulling and pushing its data to the cloud, so that will be processing something in the cloud and will be actuating certain things which is connected to the another cloud, which is connected to the cloud device. So in this today's session, we are going to see about the transformation, how we transition from embedded system to an IoT. Let us see. So basically, an embedded system is a device that is which will be getting certain inputs, and there will be a software which will be processing based on the input and also based on the user interface. The user will be commanding the particular device to do certain things. So the software which is being available inside the embedded computer will process the system. So will process the system based on the internal hardware, and it will be producing the certain output variable. So in certain cases the data will be transferred to the certain subsystem also. So this is the actual process of an embedded system. By definition, we are telling that the embedded system is a combination of a computer hardware and a software designed for a specific function or a function with a larger system. The system can be a programmable or with a fixed functionality. So that is what called as the embedded system. So it should have a dedicated functionality to do its own task. So the embedded devices with CPU and programming, we can simply say that embedded devices is a device with CPU and programming capabilities. So this is called as an embedded system. Let us see how in embedded system there are varieties of control methods are available. For example, if you take a air conditioning system, in air conditioning system there are two different devices are available. One is an indoor unit and another one is an outdoor unit. So the temperature, what we are going to fix it by using our IR remote control, IR based remote control devices. So in IR remote, we'll be fixing certain temperature, that is 25 degrees Celsius or 24 degrees Celsius. It will command it will be received through the indoor unit, and the indoor unit will the processor inside the indoor unit will command how much speed the outdoor unit fan has to be rotated, so that the external the cooling process will be get speeded up, or it has to be slow up. It will be deciding the processor inside the indoor unit will decide what speed of the fan in the outdoor unit. So here the load or a device that is being monitored or controlled via the external rule, that a load device is called as a node or a thing. So here the AC is a node, a single node. It is controlled by single remote control. The control method here is IR based control method. So it is a wireless localized wireless control method, and can control the AC. If we cannot control the AC outside the room, we can control only inside the room. So the only thing you need a line of sight from the IR remote. The IR unit and the LED in the IR LED has to transmit a signal to the receptor, and it has to be command that just a one-way communication. There is a no communication from the indoor unit controller to the IR remote. So just that remote is going to control the things. The disadvantage is can't control outside the room. The access is limited within the room itself. So this is the one type of a control method for an embedded system. So next we'll be looking at a control method where we'll be having the home automation systems. So in certain when you go for a centralized air conditioning systems, there will be a common unit will be given, so that we can control the temperature of the individual room from some other location in the building. So we need a 23 degrees Celsius has to be maintained for the first floor. We can set it in the outlet unit, so 23 degrees Celsius, and for the second floor we need to have the 25 unit of degrees Celsius. We can fix it to for the that is possible. So here the control methods is a centralized wireless control. There is no IR based control. That it is a maybe wired based control, or some other protocol will be used for the communication here. So here there is an additional advantage. We can log the energy parameters. So disadvantage is we can't control with outside the range of the house. We cannot control have the control outside the home. Still, the access is limited for controlling within the home. So the mostly the communication will be Bluetooth based communication, Zigbee based communication, where there is no line of sight is needed. So it work on the radio frequency. The line of sight is not needed for this kind of control methods. So next we'll be seeing over another type of a control method. Here the number of nodes will be many more when compared with the previous control methods. We can go with the 50 or more nodes which will be connected to the network, that is a local area network will be given. So there is a individual server will be there to monitor all its energy parameter and access each and individual node. Here node, I'm calling the node as a air conditioning system. So to access the multiple things, they are connected through, we need a special kind of a device called as a router. The router will route the data to whichever node we are get commanding. So it must know what is the address of the particular node. Then only it can able to route. Otherwise, it will be broadcasting the data. So we'll be fixing over each and every devices with a particular IP address. The IP address will be in 192.168.13.22. Similar kind of an IP will be allocated by a special kind of a process, and the router will route to which device we are accessing. So that each and every device will have the IP address. So that is a localized IP address. It is not a web connected IP address. So here the wired medium can be a Ethernet or RS-232, and wireless can be a Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Zigbee, LoRa, or 6LoWPAN. We can anything we can use here. So the control method is a ICS based control method. So the intranet control method. The ICS is nothing but the intranet control method. So the wide area centralized wireless control can be possible for a factory. We can control from anywhere inside the factory. Can control the AC anywhere in the home and able to log the energy parameters. So the disadvantage is only local logging and monitoring is possible over here. So instead of giving it to directly only to the home automation panel, we are just giving it to the router, and through router we are just controlling from the this panel will be controlling the devices. So each and every device is linked with by a special kind of an address that is called as a IP address. So next one is the another kind of a control method where there will be a local server will be there created, and this particular local server, when the number of devices more than 100 or 1000 devices we are going to connect it, we will be connecting each and every devices to the local server, and from the local server we will be having a multiple, instead of the local client we can control over through mobile phones or a multiple input devices we can able to control. Here also still it is the intranet based control. Only thing is we are having a dedicated server. We will be having the and dedicated private server. So the intranet is called as a connected things. So here comes the category of the connected things. So let us see the what is actually internet. The only thing is we are going to, instead of connecting with the local server, we are just going to connect with the cloud server. So if you are using the cloud server, we can connect with the devices from anywhere from the world. So that is possible. Only that is the advantage of the internet. We can connect a device to a internet based cloud server. We can access the devices from anywhere from the world. So there is a lot of advantages when we connecting the data, when we are pushing the data, or when we controlling the devices through internet. There are a lot of advantages available. We'll be looking over each and everything from the upcoming slides. So this is the basic architecture. We'll be having the multi-thing setup will be here, and the multi-thing setup will be connected to the router, and the router will be connected to the localized server, and the local server will be connected to the client on premises, and the client outside the premises is through by using the mobile phones. So that's all about the Internet of Thing architecture. We'll be looking over about the Internet of architecture in the upcoming lectures. Thank you.